BookTube, it's Jackie. How's it going? If you are new to me and it's the first time you're seeing my face, hello, what's up? My name is Jackie. I sit on my floor and I talk about books. So I hope that's why you're here, because that's what's going to be happening today. If you're not new to me, thank you for always tuning in. The continued support, I really do appreciate it. So today for you, I have my weekly wrap up. This is from October 30th and November 5th and all my reading shenanigans in between. And I do not have as much to talk about as I was scheduled to talk about because I got really sick this week. This week was my 2-year anniversary with my husband and we celebrated on Sunday. So I really didn't do much of reading at all that day. And then I came down with the cold from hell and I have been literally fighting it all week. And I had to go to basketball games. I had to go to work. I had to do all the adulting stuff. So I did not get as much read as I wanted to, but I did get some stuff completed. So without further ado, grab yourself a drink, have yourself a seat, and let's get talking some books. Okay, so the first book I completed was an audiobook by Siobhan Davis, and this is Rebellion. This is the second installment in the Sainthood, the Boys of Lowell High series. It's a dark high school romance, reverse harem, triggers for domestic assault and human trafficking. Another audiobook done by Ramona Masters and Wen Ross. And Wen Ross does make an appearance in this book. Not as much as I would have liked. I mean, I literally got this box set on Audible because Wen Ross was a narrator and he was maybe 15% of this book and 0 in the first one. So that's not irritating at all. At all. But I digress. So this is a direct sequel from the first installment of Resurrection. The cliffhanger that was the end of Resurrection gets resolved, and that is kind of like the crux of pretty much majority of the dialogue, the drama, the confrontations of this second installment. So it's really hard to talk about a lot of the instances in this book without giving away that first one. But just know that it does get resolved to a degree. We are still proceeding through it. And this installment further builds up on those overarching plot points that are peppered throughout the story. The relationships among the reverse harem are more strengthened. We get a different side of Saint. We find out about Galen and Theo's backstories, which kind of enlightened me a little bit into kind of Harlow's behavior. We get to learn a little bit more about Harlow. I still not the biggest fan of her, but the ending of this book, I don't hate her as much as I did in the first one. I'm starting to maybe warm up to her just a little bit, especially finding out some of the backstories with the other two members of the reverse harem and how they're interlaced and how she handles them and how this reverse harem why choose little puppy palace thing comes to fruition and seems to work in this really weird, fucked up, cohesive unit. And it's actually, it's not bad. So I am going to continue with the series. I'm just going to take a break from it for a little bit. Just take a little breather, but I do plan on continuing with the rest of the series. Now, there were a lot more twists and another cliffhanger ending in this installment. So even more layers of fucking chaos have been added to this already fucking chaotic mess. So it's, the third installment is, I believe it's going to be a lot of reveals, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of pain, a lot of hate. So much hate. So much. All the hate. Like, all the fucking hate. So I think the third installment will be really jam-packed and really, really good. I just need a break for a little bit because Harlow, even though I'm starting to like her a little bit more, she's still kind of grating on me just a smidge. Just a smidge. But what worked in this installment was the backstories with all the guys. Now I have all the guys' backstories and the relationships that they have with Harlow, how they were formed and how they're developing. I got a much clearer picture in this installment, and I really, really enjoyed that. I also enjoyed learning those backstories, how the guys were attached to each other, and possible further attachments later. Yes, there could be some further intimate attachments other than just Harlow, and I'm kind of excited about that. So yay, I'm definitely intrigued about that. The twists and turns of this one definitely kept you on your toes. I feel like Davis did a better job with the reveals and the twists and turns in this installment than she did with the first one. This one definitely shows a lot more growth as a writer in this one compared to the first book. They were much smoother. They were a lot cleaner, and it just went a lot better. And I don't know if that's because I'm already used to the characters, and that way I kind of got used to and her writing style, so I got used to her reveals. I don't know if it's that or if she just did a better job of it in this installment. So I'm hoping that that will continue on a third installment as well. All in all, this book was a much better experience than the first book for me, for sure, for what worked. However, there's still stuff that didn't work in it. And the main one was Harlow. Harlow in the first one was just cocky and arrogant, and she always thought she was a step ahead, and she never fucking was. This one, because of the twist ending in the first one and how it resolves, she kind of carries this through. So in this one, she's extremely smug and she's extremely bitchy, and it's really hard to get behind her in the beginning. Towards the end, that starts to kind of go away. But in the beginning of this, I was struggling. I was struggling in the beginning of this book because of her. She is a hard character to get behind. She really is. I mean, the fact that I'm starting to kind of tolerate her speaks volumes, because I almost DNF'd this one. Almost did. Because I couldn't stand her. And she was not making things even easier. I understand that the guy who did the thing totally deserved all the fucking shit, but it was just like, bitch, can you just stop, okay? All the guys are telling you that you need to back off and, forgive a little bit. Everyone's fucking telling you that, and you're just flat out refusing to do it, and it's starting to grate on me and piss me off. So Harlow was a big thing that still didn't really work for me in this book, even though towards the end she kind of redeemed herself a little bit, but not to the point where I'm like, I love you as a character, you're a badass. No, you're just kind of tolerable now. You're a dose person for me now, so I'm like, I really liked the guys in the first book because I liked their alpha male egos. I liked their dominance. I liked they didn't give a fuck. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Especially when they one-upped Harlow, because I thought that was fucking hilarious, because, bitch, shut the fuck up. Totally need to deserve that. In this installment, however, we have all these super high alpha men going like gaga over this girl. And truth be told, with all the backstories I have, I still don't understand what's so fucking special about her. I have no fucking idea. There are so many times in this book alone that each male member in their internal monologue is saying, this girl, she has just flipped all of us. She's just turned all of us. It's just this girl. They can't even fucking tell you why. And as the reader, I still don't fucking know why. Like, I don't know why she's so fucking special. So maybe hopefully the third installment I'll find out why. I'll figure it out why. Or there'll be some characteristic where they'll come forward and I'll be like, ha, this is the reason why you are a badass and you have 4 gorgeous fucking alpha men eating out of the palm of your fucking hand. This is the reason right here. I haven't seen that reason yet. I just haven't. So I don't know. That's kind of bothering me. And the last thing, this installment, because I did get Wen Ross in it, I really enjoyed the times where he was doing the guy's perspective. I like the guy's perspective in reverse harems, because here's my point. you have this one girl, okay? It's one girl who is with all of these guys, and they're fucking cool with it. All of these alpha guys who don't like fucking sharing, who are super possessive, are cool with sharing with this group alone. This one girl. I want to know what goes on in their fucking heads. Why these guys are okay to share with, but nobody else is. And also, what in their psyche tells them that this is okay and this is not insulting to them as a male. I want to fucking know that. I want to know it. I want to know. Maybe it's because I'm not a sharing person, and if someone asked me to be part of this, I'd be like, fuck that. Get fucked on that. What? No. I just, maybe it's just my personality, but I want to know what in these characters' psyche says, I am still, the man, the god, the whatever, but it takes all of us to satisfy this one chick entirely, and how that's not insulting to them. I want to know. I want to see that. I want to see that conversation. I want to see that in their inner monologues. I want to see it, and right now I haven't. And also, I just want to hear Wen Ross's fucking voice, because that's the reason I picked up the books in the first place. So, I want more from the male perspective. I like the male perspective because I'm a chick. I don't have the male perspective. I like knowing these things. I just like knowing these things. Now, however, this got a 4 on the chili pepper scale. It's a reverse harem, and Harlow likes the super sexy fun times. She is all about it. Public. I mean, there were some scenes where she's like, I'm choosing you tonight, and I'm choosing you tonight. And I just thought that was super fucking cute. I was like, that's adorable. I think that's hilarious that she's having so much fun with it. And still, out of all of them, Saint's still my favorite, because there was that one scene where she finally, she has a fight with him, and, he's, kicked the doghouse for a while, so she's, intentionally making him jealous by screwing around with the other guys, over the top, which pissed me off. I don't like that. I don't like when girls in real life or in books intentionally make people jealous by fucking other people. That shit pisses me off. It's just rude. But she comes out of this training that she has to go through, and she needs Saint. She knows Saint's the only one, because Saint's the main guy. He's the main one. And she brings him back, and there's a scene where he kicks the other guy out. He's like, get fucked, dude. This is mine. Go the fuck away. I need my alone time. And he's so far the only one that's ever done that. And I think that's super kind of adorable at the same time. So that's why Saint's my favorite, because he's the only one that's like, yeah, no, I'm not fucking sharing now. Get fucked. You had yours, now, mine. And I like it. So, I believe I gave this one a 3 stars, I think. I'm gonna have to double check that. I'll put it down in the down box below because I didn't put it in my notes, but I think I gave it 3 stars. But I do plan on continue with the series. Also, a friend of mine who I found out watches my videos stopped in and told me that I eventually will like Harlow, so I'm gonna give her another chance. Okay, I'm gonna give her another chance, Riley. I'm going to. So I'm taking your advice, and I'm not walking away. All right, so. Hopefully she'll redeem herself in my eyes, because couldn't stop talking about the series. So, yeah. All right. The next book I completed this week was my Readsy Discovery book, and that is A Salient in Flanders by Alan R.M. Thrush. I gave this a 4.5 stars, and I do have a full book review for it. I will link it up here in the corner for you guys. You can go check that out. I don't really talk about my Readsy Discovery books on my weekly wrap-ups. I like to keep all my thoughts and all my views in those main videos, but just a little synopsis about it. So in case you guys want to go check that out, if it's something you sounds like it's interesting to you. It is a World War I historical fiction. There is some graphic triggers for wartime violence and experiences, along with there are some graphic sexual situations. It's not a smut book, but there is some graphic sexual areas, but it's not super, super graphic. But the violence is. So it was definitely a fun one. I had a really good time with it. I just go check out the review. It was it's something to check out if you like World War One history or historical fiction, for sure. It's definitely something to check out. Those were the only 2 books that I completed this week. That's it. That's what I completed. But I have been plugging away at this guy, and this is Jessie by J.A. Huss. This is the first installment to the Bossy Brothers series, and this audiobook is done by Ava Erickson and Teddy Hamilton, and I love Teddy Hamilton, all right? I love his voice. This is a billionaire romance where both the male and the female are billionaires, and we have kind of a second chance trope with it. I'm not super far into it, but what I am into it is a really good time. I am having a good time with it. I like the banter between the male and female heroes. So far, a good time, but I have no sex rating yet because I don't have any intimacy right now. All I have is a billionaire bachelor auction gone bad. That's what I have to tell you guys right now. That's all I got. So I'm still plugging away through it, and hopefully I'll have more further thoughts on it in my next weekly wrap up. The other book that I have been seriously plugging away at is this bad boy. This is Sarah J. Maas's Tower of Dawn. This is the 6th installment to the Throne of Glass series, and I am reading this for the SJM read-along. I'll link the SJM read-along video down below. It's hosted by Jen over at the Book Refuge. If you don't know what the SJM read-along is, it is a read-along created by Jen over the Book Refuge, and we are reading all of Sarah J. Maas's publication works in publication order to find any links and ties into all of her books and series. This installment, we only so far follow Kayal and Nezreen while they're down south. So while this is going on, Empire Storms is going on. But we have already read Empire Storms. We already know what happened over there. We already know we're not happy with where it's ended. I am not happy. Things need to get fucking fixed. I don't like it. But what's going on in this one is a fucking kick-ass time. And the thing I have to say about this one the most is that Empire Storms, there was a lot of moving pieces with political machinations, party lines. You definitely start seeing the sides building for this massive war, and then all of our major players coming together, except Kayal and Nezreen, because they are nowhere in Empire Storms. You don't see them. Don't see them at all. And you don't see any of them, as of right now, all of our main other Puppy Palace characters in this installment, because this is just Kayal's story. Kayal is going through his healing and kind of his, this is Kayal's redemption here, and it is fucking amazing. I'm falling in love with Kayal all over again. I'm falling in love with him all over again. I'm super, super excited. I think I have like 150 more pages left, maybe 200. And I'm just, such a good time with this one. And a lot of people say that this is their least favorite installment in the entire series. I don't know why. This thing's fucking awesome, because all of those major moving pieces that you have in Empire Storms, you are having it in this, but it's with relationships with people. But it's not the relationships with the main cast. It's this new cast of characters, and it is fucking awesome. I love it. I'm having so much fun with this. There's so many layers of these triangles developing, and I'm just like, where is Sarah going with this? Because what I've read of Sarah, I think she's going one way, but I've seen her go the same way in other books, and then she takes like a complete jagged left, and I'm just waiting for that to fucking happen. Like, I'm waiting for the knife to go into my heart, stab, twist, and then rip it out. Like that, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it so I don't freak out. I'm preparing myself for it, and watch the bitch not do it to me in this book. Watch her not do it, because I prepared myself for it, so it's not gonna happen. Just how it is. But I'm having a great time with this, and I am doing a vlog on it, so keep your eyes peeled. That will be going up this week sometime. This coming week, you will see it. So, yeah. That is what I've got for this week for reading, guys. Like I said, I don't have a lot completed because I was sick majority of this week, and it just slowed me down, and then I also had to do, adulting. I had to deal with all of that while being sick, so that was a good time. However, I will be gone this coming next week. So my weekly wrap up, if it goes up on Sunday, which is going to be the 13th of November, if it goes up, it will be another late load up just like this one. If you do not see it on November 13th, you will see it on the 14th because I'm actually coming back on Sunday from our hunting vacation that we go on every year. So just be warned about that. And also, again, my book recommendation form link is in the down box below. If there's a book you like to recommend me, I am taking recommendations on that link. And if you have recommended a book to me before in the past via comments, you do not have to re-recommend that. I've already written it down. I have a separate list of it, but if you have anything new you'd like to recommend, please feel free. The link is working. I have a few recommendations so far, so I know it is working, but if you have an issue with it, just reach out to me. All my contact info is in the down box below. And that is all I got for you guys this week. It's a super short one. Super short one. This is what happens when Jackie gets sick. My life just kind of like slows. So hopefully I will be back to normal and kicking ass and taking names. And next week we will have quite a lot to talk about because the reading schedule for this week is super exciting. So I will see you guys all soon with another video.